Okay. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. It's really fun to see everyone. I think Wednesdays are now officially my favorite day of the week because I get to see you guys. So, welcome to yoga. And we're going to keep this a gentle practice today, but have the option to just add a little bit of resistance and use some hand weights. So again, you can use 1 or 2 pounds. I happen to have some weights, but I also got creative, and a water bottle is 1 pound, and then I filled it with one with gravel. You can get a little heavier if you want. So even just grabbing a can of crushed tomatoes from the kitchen counter cabinet. Okay, so we are going to start laying down on your back, and let's get comfortable. So if you want to put something underneath your head, you can. So notice when you first come to your back that the forehead and the chin are level. You don't want to have your chin way higher than the forehead. So just adjust so the back of the head is supported beneath you. I like to have my knees bent with my feet a little bit wider than the hips, and then letting your knees touch so you can completely relax your back. You can place your hands on your belly. I like to have my elbows supported on the floor. So just having the hands maybe side by side so that you can feel the support of the floor beneath the elbows. And then just take a few moments here to close the eyes, settle into the space that you have created in your home for your practice. Begin to settle down. And then start to focus on your breath. Just notice it and see if you can start to breathe a little bit deeper than you normally do. So this can be a very unsettling time for some. We were talking at the beginning of class about how not knowing what's going to happen the next day or the next week can be unsettling and can cause anxiety. And so that's where the yoga practice really comes into play, where we focus on the present moment, just the here and the now, taking one step in front of the other, one day at a time. So all those quotes or cliches that we've all heard a million times, it's time to really put those into practice. Especially when the future is so unknown for everyone. So just taking a few moments here to inhale completely, to fill up the lungs, and exhaling to empty. It's really good for the lungs to breathe fully. When you breathe normally, you're not using your full lung capacity, so it's a nice exercise to just condition the lungs by breathing deeply. And then having that nice full inhale and a nice full exhale helps balance out your respiratory system. And then the nervous system also begins to relax. So on your next inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Tops of the hands are going to reach for the floor behind you. And just reach as far as you can that's comfortable. So if you need to bend the elbows, you can. Maybe even like creating a circle. So the fingertips are maybe together and the elbows are open up to the sides. If it's not comfortable to have the arms straight back. So you can always just have a nice circle overhead. Elbows open to the sides. Just let the shoulders start to relax Shoulder blades grounding down into the back. Lungs are open, the space between the ribs is open. So thinking about as we let go of tightness, stress, anxiety, we make space in the body and in the mind, making space for positive energy and more present thoughts. So keeping the arms up overhead, let's just gently reach the feet up towards the ceiling. Have a nice soft bend in the knees here. So the knees are bent, feet are just floating up towards the ceiling, and then we'll separate the feet just about hip width apart and point and flex the feet. So the toes reach back, then press forward. We can make circles with the ankles. So just starting to let the blood flow down the legs. Letting the back body be supported, opening through the shoulders, back to the legs, just starting to open. Take a full breath in here, and then as you exhale, let's hug the knees into the chest. You can bring the forehead to the knees, and let's just pause here. Let the shoulders draw down away from the ears. The back of the neck is long. Thighs are pressing down into the belly. Take a nice full deep breath in here and a full breath out. And then moving with breath. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Maybe the legs go a little straighter. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. One more time, just like that. Breathe in through the nose. Pause with a nice full breath. And then exhale deeply out of the mouth. Okay, we're going to let the left foot come down to the floor. Right foot reaches up to the ceiling. We're just going to gently hold on to the back of the right leg with your interlaced hands. Shoulders relax down. Left leg is going to go straight along the floor. And then just start to press your right thigh forward. So you'll notice maybe your arms go straight. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. Your right foot can be completely relaxed, or you can flex it and really press your right heel up towards the ceiling. Same with the left leg. It can be completely relaxed, or foot is flexed. Back of the left thigh, left calf, and heel can be actively pressing down. So it's up to you how active you want the legs. It can be very active or relaxed and passive. Either way is totally fine. Whatever you're up for today. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then from here, we're just going to bend the left knee. Left foot is on the floor. Release the hands. Just let your right ankle cross over the left leg right above the knee. Right hand can come onto the right knee as you gently guide your right knee forward. That's option one. Maybe option two is you scoot your left heel a little bit closer towards your seat and keep the left foot down. Or you can go a little deeper and reach for the back of the left thigh. Drawing the left knee in towards your left shoulder. So notice that the shape of your leg shifts a little bit over to the left, and you're drawing the left knee in towards that left shoulder. You might feel your right elbow against the right thigh, opening up the right hip a little bit more. As you're here, creating space, letting go of tightness in your hip, take a moment to check in with the face, neck, and shoulders. So maybe just rocking the head left to right a little bit. Sometimes when we focus on releasing tension in one area of the body, you might notice that it has gone to a different area. Sometimes when I'm in a challenging pose, all of a sudden I notice I'm clenching my teeth. So just take the time in each pose to check in with yourself, even just from head to toe. Connect with the breath. Take a full deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, let's gently release the left foot down to the floor. We're gonna let your right foot come down to the floor, so come out of the pose here. Both feet are flat on the floor. Feet are gonna go about mat width apart. Arms reach away from each other. Shoulder height, so arms reach way away. They can be palms up or palms down. See if you need a little extra support or which feels more relaxed. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, drop the legs over to the right. Turn your head over your left shoulder. Really feel space in the top of your left thigh and the low back on the left. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Exhale, legs go left. Face turns right. Press the right knee down, opening up the back. And then at your own pace, do a few more of these. Inhaling to bring the legs up, exhaling over to one side. Both shoulder blades down on the floor. Just feeling a nice twist coming through the hips, through the low back. This movement can be smaller or bigger. It's up to you. At the beginning of the practice, we're just warming up the body. So taking your time not to go too deep, too fast. So on your next inhale, we'll bring the legs back to center. Bring the feet a little bit closer together, about hip width apart. Left leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind the left thigh. You can let the right leg go straight. So we'll start by releasing the shoulders by pressing the left thigh into your hands. Your arms go a little bit straighter. Shoulders pull down away from the ears. Spine is completely supported by the floor beneath you. And then little changes you can make here. Your left leg can go a little straighter. You can flex the left foot, peeling the toes back towards the shin, reaching the left heel up towards the ceiling. You can flex your right foot, press the back of your right leg down into the floor. So those are just options. If you'd like to find a little bit more softness, you can relax the right leg and the left foot. Maybe soften the left knee a little bit. So you can take this pose as deep as you'd like. Check in. Relaxing the jaw. Softening through the neck. Lengthening the back of the leg. Balancing out not only the breath, but letting the blood flow down the left leg. It's really good for circulation. Take one more full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll bend the right knee so the right foot comes onto the floor. Release the left foot, cross the left ankle over the right leg above the knee. You can pause right here. You can take your left hand and just gently place it on the left knee. You can scoot your right heel closer to your seat, leaving the right foot down. Or you can reach for the back of the right thigh. Shift the whole shape of your legs a little bit over to the right. And draw your right knee into the right shoulder. Pause here. Breathe deeply. Let go of tightness in that left hip. relax through the face and neck and shoulders. Follow your breath. Feel the breath coming in through the nose. Feeling where the chest and belly rise and fall with the inhale and the exhale. Take one more nice deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's release the hands. Let the right foot come down to the floor. Your left foot is going to come down to the floor. We're going to keep the feet hip width apart, so not widening the feet this time. Arms are going to reach away from each other, but this time elbows are bent so that your arms look like either a cactus or a field goal. Chest is open. And then from here, you're going to bring the feet together. Insides of the feet will touch, knees open up to the sides. And then just pause here. So your low back is now maybe lifted off the floor. That's okay. As you breathe deeply, maybe feel the mid back press down into the floor so that the arch in your low back is not too deep. Opening up through the inner thighs, the outer hips. If this feels like too much, you can always scoot your feet forward, letting the space between your legs get a little bigger, a bigger diamond. So just pause here, shoulder blades down on the floor, hips beginning to open. If you need a little extra support, you can take your hands and just place them underneath your seat outside of the hips for a little extra support. We're just going to take one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring the legs back to center, the knees back to center. Draw the knees into your chest. And we'll take 3 breaths together. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Option to lift the forehead to the knees. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. Here we're either going to roll to one side and press yourself up to sit, or you can rock front to back and rock yourself up to sit. Once you come to sit, we're going to come on to the knees. Feel free to put a blanket under the knees. And we'll come into a wide-legged child's pose to start. So the knees can come onto a blanket if you'd like. Knees go wide, big toes touch, hips sinking down onto your heels, torso starts to lower down. We're going to start with the forearms and hands, palms down. Forehead comes down. If it can touch the floor, great. If not, let the weight of the head just release the neck. So here, don't worry if the head is not touching the floor. Just relax the back of the neck. You can let the head just hang. We're going to start to walk the hands a little bit more forward so that now the elbows and the forearms have lifted off the floor. Palms are still down. Sink your hips back a little bit deeper so you can lengthen your spine. And then if you'd like to get a little deeper in the shoulders, you can lift the palms so that you're on the pads of your fingers, making little tents with your hands. And then maybe the head comes down a little bit more if it's not already down on the floor. Just breathe here and relax. opening up the back, the shoulders, releasing the neck. Let your breath flow deeply and with ease. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, lower the palms down, gently lift the hips. We're going to bring the knees a little bit closer together so they're underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to take 3 breaths together here, moving really slow and starting the focus on the toes moving up to the crown of the head. So as you inhale, curl the toes under, gently drop the belly, open up through the chest and lift the chin. As you exhale, tuck the chin, push the floor down, round the back, lift the center of the back, tops of the feet press down. Again, inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, open the chest, lift the chin, exhale, tuck the chin, push the floor down, round the back, tops of the feet press down. So you're really riding the wave of your breath here. Inhale, feet, belly, chest, face, exhale, chin, center of the back, round, tops of the feet. Good, let's come to neutral spine here and have your weights handy. So I'm going to use 1 pound. I'm going to have them right next to each of my hands. So from here, we're going to start taking the right foot straight back. Toes are down on the floor. Belly draws in, nice and strong. If you want the option of taking the weight in your left hand, the weight comes into the left hand reaches towards the front of the room, upper arm by your ear, and the weight is vertical. So not horizontal, it's vertical, up and down. Belly draws in. Right toes are down. You're just gonna rock front to back, just a little bit. It's a little bit harder, just having a little bit of resistance here. We're changing your center of gravity with that gentle rock. It's a little bit more challenging. And then as you come back to center, we're gonna lift the right leg. Keep it nice and active. The foot is flexed. All 5 toes pointed down, belly drawn in, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, your face is parallel to the floor. Just pause here. This is not only strengthening muscles, but we're strengthening our bones. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, the left hand comes down, let go of the weight, the right foot comes down, straight back behind you. We're gonna pivot your left foot to the left, about 45 degrees off your mat. Roll to the arch of your right foot, press the right foot down into the floor. Option to take the weight in your right hand. Start to roll up as you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. You can stay right here. You can lift the right leg if you'd like. You can drop the right foot down and cross your left ankle in front of the right ankle if you'd like. Lifting the hips. If you would like to turn your right palm down and reach your right arm overhead, you can. Try to keep the wrists strong. Instead of rolling close, try to open the chest. The right shoulder is stacked over the left shoulder. Belly is in strong. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, come on down. Let the weight come down. Knees come down. Child's pose. But this time take your hands. Let the tops of the hands rest by your feet. Completely relax the shoulders here. Let them sink forward. Shoulders are down. You can move your wrists around, making circles with the wrists. Take a moment to check in with your breath. And then when you're ready, let's come back up onto hands and knees. The knees are underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Let's take 3 breaths here to even out and balance the spine. As you inhale, you know what to do. So just follow your breath. You can add the toes, drop the belly, lift the chin. As you exhale, tuck and round. So really just flow with the breath. Don't worry too much about what part of the body is moving. Just kind of go with it. Your exhale opens up the back. Feel like you're filling up the back of the body with space. After that third exhale, come back to center. We're going to take the left foot straight back. Toes are down on the floor to start. Option to take the weight in the right hand. You don't have to. Right hand reaches forward to the front of the room. So try to keep a nice strong wrist so your wrist is not floppy. Shoulder away from the ear, belly pulled in. Rock front to back. Just gonna be little movements here. You're just stretching out the bottom of your left foot and challenging your balance by changing your center, moving it forward and back. And then coming back to that neutral center, we'll lift the left leg. Flexed back foot, all 5 toes pointed down. Belly strong. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Breath flowing with ease. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, put the weight down. The right hand comes down. Left foot finds the floor behind you. We're going to pivot the right foot off of your mat. Roll to the arch of your left foot. If you'd like to take the weight in your left hand, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. So notice your wrist. It's not falling back or forward. Neutral wrist. If you'd like to lift your left foot, you can. Keep it flexed and active. If you want to go deeper, the left foot can come down. Right ankle can cross in front of the left. Hips stay lifted. Neck stays long. If you would like to take your top arm, you can reach it towards the front of your mat, over your head. Again, keeping the wrist nice and strong. Belly is in. Nice. Take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let that left arm come down. Both knees come down. Sink back, child's pose. Whatever version of child's pose you would like. You can get some movement in the wrists. You can stack your fists and let them be underneath your forehead. Lengthen through your spine. And just check in. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what you're feeling. Okay, from here, you're going to make your way onto your belly. So you can, if you have a tight back and you'd like to have some support, you can put the blanket under your hips. Otherwise, you can move it to the side. So we're gonna make a pillow with your hands under your forehead. Let your forehead come down onto your hands. Just shift your hips left to right a little bit, kind of rolling your hips left to right, just to relax the low back a little bit. Okay, option, just if you want to and you have it available, you can take one weight. You can hold it in your hands underneath your forehead. When you lift, hands come with you. Inhale, lift. So you're lifting the head. Your hands are attached to your forehead. You can hold on to the weight if you want to. You don't have to. The head lowers. Think of this as more moving with your breath and engaging your back. So focus a lot on your breath. As you inhale, slowly lift. You don't have to come too high. As you exhale, slowly lower. If the weight's too much, hands are stacked, inhale, lift. It's just an option. Exhale, lower. If that's too much, arms can stay down. Inhale, lift. You can push the palms and the forearms down. Head lifts. Exhale, lower. So we're going to do one more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So now we're going to add the legs if you want to. As you inhale, lifting the legs, initiating from the thighs, trying to keep the legs straight, and lifting the upper body. If that's too much, you can just skip the legs or skip the upper body and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. We're strengthening the muscles in the back to protect the back from injury and to release stress. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Make a pillow with your hands. Keep it under your forehead. Bend your knees. Let go of the weight. And windshield wiper the legs left to right. Okay, tops of the feet are going to come down. We're going to come up into Sphinx pose. Shoulders are over your elbows, forearms are parallel. This is a very strong group, so we're going to come right into forearm plank. If you need to modify, knees stay down, hips lift. Otherwise, up onto the toes, curl the toes under, and lift. So try not to have fists. You want to relax your hands. Maybe the pads of each finger touch on the opposite hand. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Nice strong core. Keeps the back really healthy. Helps with posture. Okay, changing things up. If you want to, inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, lower. You can take a break anytime and put the knees down. We're going to bend the right knee. It's going to tap the floor and then straighten. Bend the left knee, straighten. Bend the right, straighten. Bend the left, straighten. Okay, 2 more things just to change it up. Shift your weight forward, crown of the head is forward, and then push back through the heels. Crown of the head forward, back through the heels. Back to neutral. Lift the hips, lower the hips, right to where they were. Lift the hips, lower the hips, right to where they were. Breathe, Belly is in, super strong, and then drop the knees. Whew. Hips sink back. Lengthen through your spine. Reach your hands way out in front. Drop the head. If downward dog is available to you, let's come into that now, but just to modify it. So you can come into a downward dog by curling the toes under, lifting the knees and hips, but have both knees bent a lot. If downward dog is not available to you, instead of child's pose, come up into a puppy, which is the knees are on the floor under your hips, but then the hands are walked way out in front, just like you're in a downward dog with the head hang, but the knees are down. So puppy or downward dog. Breathe, lengthen your spine, lengthen your back, and then take your time walking your hands either towards your knees if the knees are down, or towards your feet, lifting the knees if they're down, rolling to your feet. You're hanging in a forward bend. Your knees are bent. Hands are going to gently walk up the legs. So take your time. I'm just going to adjust my camera so my head is not cut off. Okay, and just come up to stand here. Hold on, one more adjustment, sorry. Okay. If you're using weights, let's take the weights in your hands, just if you want to. Feet are going to be grounded down, hip width apart. Inhale, slowly and controlled, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, hands reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, arms reach out and down. Again, inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms are out and down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart center, nice and slow and controlled. Inhale, fingertips lift. And exhale, arms reach out and down. Okay, beautiful. From here, we're going to come into a warrior two pose. So your right foot is going to step forward. Your left foot is going to step back. Your heels are lined up like you're on a balance beam. The right knee is going to bend, but not past the right ankle. It stays right over that right ankle. Left leg is straight. Your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Shoulders are over your hips, so you're not leaning forward or leaning back. Right centered, arms reach away from each other. If it gets to be too much with the weights, you can put the weights down. So we're going to move with the breath here. Sink a little bit deeper into that right knee. Shoulders are relaxed. As you inhale, right hand palm turns up. Left hand slides down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and back, and the right leg goes straight. That's going to be your inhale. We'll take this first one really slow. Exhale is bending the right knee. Right hand or forearm comes down to the right leg. Left arm slowly reaches up and over. Okay, let's move together here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten the leg reach the right arm up and back. Nice and slow. Exhale, come back, bend that right knee, lower the right forearm or hand. Inhale, left arm, slow and controlled, up and over. Exhale, belly pulls in as you pull yourself up. Left hand comes back, right leg goes straight. Inhale, right arm reaches up, reach back. Exhale, bend the right knee. Right forearm or hand comes down. Inhale, left arm up and over. Good, one more time. Come on up. Reach the right arm up, straighten that right leg, reach. And then bending the right knee, nice and strong. Right forearm comes down, left arm reaches up and over. Let's come back to center. Hands come to the hips. Turn your right toes to face the front. So now your feet are parallel. Relax the shoulders. We're going to start to hinge forward here. Hands stay on your hips. Halfway. That's it. Crown of the head is forward. Tailbone is back. Hips are back. Legs are strong. And then from here, let the hands with the weights just hang down. You can either reach your hands to the floor or just hang. Let the head hang and lower down. Just take a few breaths here to relax. You can always walk your hands back a little bit more so they go towards the wall behind you. Soft bend in the knees. Hands come up to the thighs. Tuck the chin, roll up. Nice and slow. All the way up to stand. Okay, you're going to take your left toes and turn them open to face the left. We're going to bend the left knee. Right leg is nice and strong. Again, the back of the foot is parallel to your mat. And your heels are lined up. Arms are going to reach away from each other. This is warrior two. Left knee is strong. If the weights are too much, you can always put them down. We're going to move with the breath. Just a little more fluid here this time. As you inhale, shift the right hand back. Left hand starts to reach up and back. Left leg goes straight. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right hand reaches over. Good, so just take that on your own here. The inhale comes up, left leg is straight, right hand comes back, left hand reaches up and back. And then as you come forward, the left knee bends, left forearm or hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. One more time. You come up, right hand comes down, left leg goes straight, left arm reaches back. This doesn't have to be perfect, you're just flowing with your breath. Bend deep in that knee, reach up and over. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Hands will come to the hips. Center the feet, parallel the feet, and then we're going to hook heel toe your feet together and come back to center. Shake out the legs just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to bring the feet together, knees together, hands at your heart center, and I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me here. You're just going to sit down like you're sitting in a chair. So just sitting down, you don't have to do a lot. It can just be a little bend. It can be a little bit more, depending on where you want to be. You're going to reach your arms straight out in front. So they're not up overhead, they're straight out in front, level with your shoulders. Pausing here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're just gonna pull your elbows back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Push the hands forward. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Your hands are by your chest, with or without weights. You don't need weights. Push the hands forward as you inhale. Exhale, hands go back. And then push the hands down as your legs stand up straight. Shake out the legs a little bit. Okay, one more standing pose. We're going to add a little bit of balancing. If you have a wall that you want to walk over to, feel free. If you have a chair handy, you can use a chair. We're going to come to stand at the top of your mat. We're just going to do 3 of these, and you can modify in any way you'd like to. So I'll show the full expression first. The inhale is lifting the right knee and lifting both hands up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, hands are going to come to your heart center. Right leg is going to go back. Hands are going to go back, palms up. And then as you inhale, we'll bring the knee back to center, hands lift. If you'd like to modify, when you exhale and bring that right foot back, just reach it back. You can tap the toes down. Hands can go back. Toes are on the floor. When you inhale to come up, you can lift the right knee, but then place the right toes on the floor in front of you as you lift the hands. So you can take the balancing aspect out. It's up to you. So moving with your breath, letting that right leg go back. It can be in the air or touching the floor. Palms are facing up as your hands reach back. And then when you come back to center, knee lifts, hands lift. Let's just do one more. Finding that balance, reaching that leg back, open through the chest, and then come on back, lift, and then lower. Whew. Okay, switching sides. This is the home stretch, we're almost done. Right foot comes down to the floor. Left toes can be balanced in front of you if you don't want to lift the foot. Otherwise, you're going to lift the knee, arms reach up. That's your inhale. Exhale, modify. Left toes reach back, they plant on the floor. Hands reach back. Or the foot is lifted. Inhale, lift, come back to center. Exhale, the left foot goes back, hands go back. And then we'll just do one more. Inhale, lift, belly in, strong standing leg. Exhaling, reach back. Come back to center. Hands at the heart. Drop the left knee. Drop the weights. Have a sip of water if you'd like, and then let's come on down onto your back. Reconnect with your breath. Take your time. When you come down onto your back, let me adjust my camera, sorry. When you come down onto your back, just hug the knees into the chest. Rock left to right a little bit. Make some circles with the legs in one direction and then the other. We'll take the feet down to the floor. Knees are bent. Heels are drawn into your seat. Palms are down by your sides. We're going to take a few breaths together here as you inhale. Tops of the hands reach for the floor behind you. Hips reach up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, arms come down, hips come down. A nice stretch and release in the back. Inhale, lift. You can go at your own pace. Exhale to lower. Arms and hips together. Nice and slow. Eyes can be closed. Just notice what you feel in the body. Check in. Muscles in the face relaxed. Neck and shoulders. Deep, easy breath. When you come down after your last exhale here, draw the knees in. Knees go wide. Happy baby or your version of. So modified, hands come under the knees. Feet look at the ceiling. If you want to go a little deeper, you can reach for your ankles. Or a little deeper, you reach for your feet. Relax the back, relax the shoulders. You can sway left to right. Try to press your tailbone down to support the back. Shoulders way down away from the ears. Breathe deeply as we pause in this child's pose. And then when you're ready, releasing the hands from the feet. Keep the feet lifted, keep the hands lifted. Pause with everything soft, letting your lymphatic system flow down. The lymph fluid flowing down to the lymph nodes in the body to release the toxins. You can be still, you can move the hands and feet. You can shake the arms and legs. Feeling light in the hands and feet. Take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly lower the feet. Let the hands come down. And prepare for Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So when you come into Shavasana, just be comfortable and supported by the floor, by any props that you may want to use that you have nearby, whether it's a couch pillow or a bed pillow, whatever you want to use for support. And then once you find a pose that you can relax in, let the eyes be closed. Let your breath flow with ease. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Relax the jaw. Soften through the neck and throat. Let go of any last bit of tightness or tension that you may feel in the shoulders, in the back, and in the hips. Feel the nice rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. So after this hour on your mat, hopefully you're feeling a little bit more grounded, a little bit more connected to each other, to yourself, to the present moment. Hopefully feeling a little bit stronger. Getting through challenging times does require us to be strong. So it's nice to work on the physical strength as well. And then thinking about how you can take your practice off of the mat. Feeling calm, relaxed, patient, present. Let's bring the right hand over your heart, the left hand over your right hand, remembering that we are all connected. We are all here together on this planet with each other, but more importantly, we are here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste. Please take your time to slowly move your body to transition out of Shavasana. There's no rush.